Hello everybody, Ryan Everson here, and today I will be doing my introduction video. To tell you guys a little bit about myself, I am 27 years old, I am born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, and I currently reside in Bel Air, Maryland, which is a suburb approximately 15 miles north of the city. I was married last May. I'm coming up on a year now. My wife is currently 20 weeks pregnant and we will be expecting a daughter in August. So to delve right into it, I know that in the instructions that it talked about using a possession to try to convey your personality to everyone, and as cliche as it sounds, I don't really have anything that I particularly own that I think defines me as a person. So I will use my profession, which I am a paramedic for the Baltimore County Fire Department, and the fact that I'm heavily ADHD to try to get my personality across to you guys. So, first and foremost, the one thing that most people notice about me usually is energy. That's a strength and a weakness. I am hyperactive to a fault. I wake up 4:30 in the morning and I am ready to go until I crash, 100 miles an hour all day. But that can also be a little troublesome from other people. Sometimes people have a little bit of an issue dealing with that. Also, growing up in the classroom environment, that never really worked out too well because I was always moving around and fidgeting. Second is spontaneity, which definitely works great with my job because I work a very erratic schedule. I work 2 10-hour days and then I work 2 14-hour nights, which we're up all night, and then I'm off for 4 days, which is always great to have off for 4 days. But there's a lot of working on the fly and adapting, and no day is like yesterday. And that's the one thing that I love, and definitely being ADHD helps with because adaptability is really not an issue for me. Kind of the negative portion of that is that I don't really plan for much of anything. I kind of do things what I want, when I want. So that can definitely be an issue for family members and friends because, not that I necessarily can't keep a schedule, but I don't like to keep a schedule. So for everyone around me, that can kind of be a little bit troublesome. Another is passion. Kind of an issue growing up was that things that I didn't necessarily like, I would avoid at all costs and put off to the last minute. But on the flip side of that, things that I am passionate about, I always excelled greatly in and went 110%. To explain my morals growing up, I think the one thing that my parents, the number one moral was always treat others the way you want to be treated, and I try to live by that. I'm not really a religious person, but I also believe greatly in karma. I think that's a great way to live your life because I think everybody should really be looking out for each other because one day you're going to need somebody, and if you treated them the right way, then they're going to be more apt to do so. So as far as my hobbies go, sports and athletics has always been a huge passion of mine. I'm a huge Baltimore Ravens fan, a huge Orioles fan, and also a huge Maryland Terrapins fan, despite the poor performance they had in this year's NCAA tournament. Growing up, I played football, basketball, and baseball. Right now, basketball is probably the sport that I play the most, just because it's easier to do so. You can go to the gym, play pickup. I am in a few leagues, but it's nice, and it's a good form of cardio because I don't really like to run on a treadmill. I hate just running for no reason. So I try to do that usually 3, 4, sometimes nights a week I'll play basketball. I also like to go to the gym and work out and lift. Try to do that 5 days a week if I can. Always staying active. I'm definitely an outdoors person. Most of my members of my family own boats. I don't yet. However, I would love to within about the next 2 years. Hopefully that's an attainable goal. I love being out on the water on the Chesapeake Bay, fishing, and then sometimes on a nice day it's just nice to be out there on the water. I'm a dog lover. I have a pit bull mix and a corgi mix. Love to take them on long walks and, throw the ball around outside with them, keep them active as well. To kind of explain my goals as far as being at UMUC, I initially went to school for marketing, realized that I didn't really want to go that route. So now that I have a career that I'm passionate about, I'd like to succeed best I can in that field. I love my job and I want to retire from the fire department that I currently work at. However, I'd like to move my way up to the ladder. I'd like to be captain, possibly even chief, and I believe the best way to do so is by getting a degree in public safety administration with a minor in fire service administration. I think that'll help me obtain some of the knowledge and insight that I need to do so and better myself. So it's been great talking to everybody, and I look forward to seeing your guys' videos and posting my next. You guys have a good afternoon.